1986 Chevy Silverado K-10. Truck's in beautiful shape. It's got a new paint job. All the areas that were rusted, the rust was cut out and new pieces welded in. Minimum of body filler. It was a fairly, the back of the truck was pretty much rust free. The cab had some typical cab corners, and the rocker on the driver's side had to be replaced. We took the bed off the truck, cleaned the frame up really nice, undercoated everything. Took about 3 months. Well, I guess closer to 4. Truck has a nice presence. We went through and blacked out almost all of the chrome. Not everything, but a lot of it. Put a few modern touches on it, like these LED lights here. Little modern badging. Has a new windshield, all new rubbers around the windows, doors, new vent window on this side. Somewhere I got that little plug. I'm gonna find it. So this was built as a Silverado. We took a lot of the Silverado trim off of it because I'm just not a fan of it. But inside, very nice. New upholstery on the seat. New dash on it. I think it's showing 66,000 on the odometer, and that's turned over. This had a 305 in it when it was built. So this piece here was cut out and a new piece welded in. Was a little bit of new metal here in the floor. Towards the end of the video, I'll go underneath it so you can see. But this bed was in really great shape. These are really great work trucks, and at the price of a 4x4 truck now, what they cost, this is a steal. The bed, like I said, it was in really good shape. We put some undercoating on it, or a bed liner product, and then this is paint on top of that. Tires are old. They got enough tread, but really they need to be replaced if you're going to put this in your daily driver fleet and make it a work truck. Then you'd want to put new tires on it. Paint's got a nice sheen to it. Let me go underneath this where I can So this cab corner here was replaced. And you can kind of see, if you look in there, there's a new gas tank in it, and sending unit, and all of those things. This rocker was replaced. The front fenders were rust-free. The doors were in really nice shape. There wasn't any holes in there. Try not to get my fat fingers in the way. The floors are perfect. Wherever there was rust, it was cut out and replaced properly. I'm not sure how much the camera's picking up. All the way along under this truck. It's nice. Put new shocks all the way around it. The brakes have been redone. The transmission was rebuilt. The transfer case also rebuilt. All new fluids through the whole thing. All this is, you can't see it, but it's all solid metal. Like I said, a minimal amount of plastic. Pop the hood. The volt gauge here works. Oil pressure does not. Temperature does not. So I put in some new gauges down here, and this gauge is defective, so I ordered a new one. The temperature just doesn't come up. The other two work. So I'm waiting on that. The gas gauge works 80% of the time. 20% it just will read empty. But then it'll just come right back to where it's supposed to be. It's got to be a ground issue. Under the hood, it's a 350. I don't know what year it is. The air conditioning belt is not hooked up, so this clutch, it moves freely, so it's not seized up or anything. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the actual clutch piece. It moves. But this had a 305 from the factory, and if you look at the belt lineup from the power steering pump, it's a little bit off, and I think that's why this belt was taken off. It probably lined up fine with the 305, but with this 350, it doesn't line up quite right, and that power steering pump leaks a little bit anyhow. So probably if you got a new power steering pump and a pulley that would line up with this, you could probably get that AC going, because you could see it lines up with the fan belt. It's really the power steering pump belt that's a little bit off, I think. I put these disconnects in most all the vehicles just because if they sit for a long time, you can an alternator can burn the whole vehicle right down. Let me start it up. runs smooth. Like I said, I don't know much about it, but I did notice it runs nice. Got headers, of course. Two eight 225 5565 Eddie Rossica.